The cold silence of space stretched endlessly. A small transport ship drifted without direction, its engines long dead. Inside the cargo bay, a container sat in darkness, marked with a red tag. Returned cargo. From within came a faint sound, the soft crying of a child. The girl inside was not human. Her skin shimmered pale blue under the dim emergency lights. Her glowing eyes, large and full of fear, stared at the walls that had become her prison. Everywhere she went, every world she touched, she was rejected. The ship's broken AI still whispered logs from her journey, repeating cruel verdicts of alien worlds. Not suitable, one voice echoed. Unfit, another cold line followed. Dangerous, do not accept. The girl hugged her knees, whispering to herself the only word she truly understood. Home. But the stars outside only watched silently, uncaring. She had been carried from planet to planet, returned too many times. Always unwanted. Now, alone in the drifting ship, she waited, not knowing if she would ever be chosen. Unknown to her, destiny was moving closer, carried on the wings of humanity's curiosity. The discovery far away, a human salvage crew scanned for wrecks in the dead zone. The captain, an old man named Rylan, leaned back in his chair, bored by the empty signals. Then, one of the crew shouted, "Sir, I found something drifting near Sector 9. The scanner revealed a small transport ship, weak energy still pulsing in its core. Looks like junk, the captain muttered, but ordered a closer look anyway. The humans approached, their ship docking with the silent vessel. They entered cautiously, lights cutting through the darkness, rust, broken cables, and the smell of old machinery filled the corridors. Then, they heard it. A sound that didn't belong. A faint sobbing echoing through the halls. The crew froze, exchanging uneasy looks. Following the sound, they reached the cargo bay. There, under a flickering light, was the container, sealed but shaking softly. "Captain, something is inside," one crew member whispered. At first, they thought it was an animal, maybe dangerous, but when they unlocked the seal and the door slowly slid open, they saw her. A small alien girl, thin, trembling, her eyes glowing faintly in fear. She looked at them, lips quivering, and whispered one fragile word. "Home." The humans stared, shocked, unsure what to do. The debate. They brought the girl aboard their ship, giving her water and a blanket. She sat quietly, her eyes wide, her hands clutching the blanket as if it was the only safe thing in the universe. The crew gathered in the control room, voices rising in argument. "We can't keep her," one man said sharply. "She could be dangerous." "She's just a child," argued Mara, the ship's engineer, her voice full of emotion. "But why was she abandoned?" another asked, slamming a hand on the table. The captain replayed the AI logs they had recovered. Voices of dozens of alien colonies filled the room. Rejected. Returned. Dangerous. Do not accept. Each word was like a blade cutting. Deeper into the silence, the crew shifted uncomfortably, staring at each other. Something about this girl had frightened powerful civilizations. "What if she destroys us?" one whispered. But Mara's eyes never left the girl through the window. "She's not a monster," Mara said softly. "She's scared, alone, and every species has failed her. Maybe it's time someone didn't." The room fell quiet, and the Bari decision not yet made, but a spark of defiance already lit inside Mara's heart. Part 4. The Threat. Their debate ended when alarms suddenly screamed across the human ship. Sensors showed incoming vessels, fast and armed. Alien patrol ships had locked onto their location. A voice crackled through the comms, harsh and commanding. "You have taken forbidden cargo. Release it immediately." The humans looked at each other in shock. "They're after her," the captain muttered. "That girl is the reason they're here." The patrol ship repeated its demand. This time, sharper, return the rejected subject or be destroyed. The alien girl clung to Mara, her small hands gripping tightly, her glowing eyes full of terror. Mara bent down and whispered, "It's all right. You're safe now." The crew faced a choice that could change everything. If they handed the girl over, they might live. If they refused, they would make enemies of alien powers far stronger than them. The captain looked at Mara, saw the girl hiding in her arms, and hesitated. Mara stood, her voice firm. "She stays with us." The room fell silent, and for the first time the human crew realized they were no longer just salvagers, they were protectors, and the galaxy would soon know it. The escape. The alien patrol ships closed in, their weapons glowing in the darkness of space. The human captain gave the order. Engines at full, we're not handing her over. The ship roared to life, braking. Away from the patrol's tractor beams, bolts of plasma shot past them, shaking the hull. The crew scrambled at their stations, fear and adrenaline flooding the air. The girl sat with Mara, trembling, whispering words in a language no one understood. Then as another blast hit the ship, she screamed. In that moment, something impossible happened. A surge of energy burst out from her small body, glowing bright. A protective shield formed around the human vessel, deflecting the alien fire. The crew gasped in disbelief. "She's protecting us," Mara whispered, eyes wide with wonder. The aliens outside saw it too, their voices cracking with panic. "The subject has activated. Capture is impossible." The humans pushed forward, weaving through enemy fire. With every scream of the girl, another wave of energy shielded the ship. At last, with one final jump into deep space, they escaped. Silence returned to the control room, but no one could breathe easily. The crew now understood why the galaxy feared this child. She was not weak. She was powerful. And that power had chosen humanity to protect it. The choice. The humans gathered. Again, their faces pale but determined. They knew the truth now. The girl was not cursed. She was gifted. Her powers could shield, destroy, or perhaps even more. The galaxy wanted her locked away, erased, forgotten. But here she was, sitting quietly on their ship, holding Mara's hand. The captain spoke with heavy voice. "If we keep her, every alien faction will hunt us," a crew member muttered. "She's a danger to us all." But Mara's voice cut through the fear, steady and strong. Every civilization rejected her. They saw only fear. "Not hope, but we humans. We see family." The captain hesitated, torn between survival and something greater. Then, the girl tugged at Mara's sleeve and whispered a word. "Mother." The room froze, hearts shaken by that single fragile sound. Mara's eyes filled with tears, and she held the girl tightly. "There is no choice," she said, her voice like steel. "She is one of us now." The crew looked at one another, slowly nodding. They were not just keeping her. They were claiming her. They were choosing to stand against the galaxy, the forever home. The alien fleets did not give up. They hunted, surrounded, and attacked. But the humans, stubborn as always, refused to surrender. With every battle, the girl's powers grew. Stronger, guided by Mara's calm voice, she was no longer crying, no longer trembling. She was fighting for the only family who had not abandoned her. In the final battle, the humans used both their clever tactics and the girl's radiant shield. The alien fleet, powerful and vast, was forced to retreat in humiliation. To them, she would always be the rejected subject, a mistake to be erased. But to humanity, she was something else entirely. She was a daughter. The girl sat in Mara's arms as the stars glittered outside. For the first time, she smiled, her glowing eyes warm and full of peace. "I have a home," she whispered. The crew felt the weight of her words, the truth of them, and in that moment they knew The galaxy feared humans not because of their strength or weapons, but because humans were the only ones willing to love the unwanted. And in that love, humanity became unstoppable.